Is it too early to tell y'all what I was thinking about yesterday then on this note?
Go ahead. Here we go.
Eh,
We get ready to dump you.
I really thought about this for about an hour yesterday.
Okay. All right, let's hear it.
2028, man, I'm thinking about running for president of the United States. If I start right now today,
Notty,
if I start my,
you got my support, man.
because guess what I'm gonna do? I was thinking about a reparations plan. I was thinking about a re-education plan, getting teachers raises. Like I really was formulating my whole campaign. And I said, if I start today, in 4 years, will I be ready to be president of the United States of America?
Like I just said, Donald Trump with no experience was president of the United States of America. He's got a good chance of winning again. Hell no. Why not?
Right.
I believe in you. I trust you. I believe in you way more than I do Trump. So why would I vote for you, Notty?
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Arle?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949. When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right? So shouts out to my man Lavrell, as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right? The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent, Lavrell Hawkins, has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl, Arle Michelle, and your boy, Notty, for
Man,
the No Show.
somebody robbed that shouter.
What happened?
Our show opener, I couldn't find it.
No.
Yeah, and since I expect it to be where it's supposed to be, so since it went where it's supposed to be, I ain't have time to go back and reload it and
See
put
how
it
it
in.
was.
Right. Yeah, somebody
did
done
us?
stole from us, man. Feel
We
like
gonna have to fight.
right.
We all the time we got to fight, and that's odd because maybe they were in there cleaning stuff. Only person that's
Right.
gonna steal it. We know who it is, but we can't say.
Right.
Haters everywhere. Who was that sing? What song movie was that? Haters everywhere I go. Haters everywhere I go.
Right. It's a
Was
mystery.
it it's what is his name? Was that what's the short comedian that be going off on everybody and talking crazy?
Ooh,
And
you
everybody
talking
like,
about Lil Duval?
no, not Lil Duval. The other one that got beat up by the boy up in
Not Cat Williams.
Cat Williams. Didn't he sing that in some movie? Somebody.
Oh, I
don't
think
know.
he did. I think he might have did.
What's
I can't
up
recall
to everybody?
movie.
People speaking to me. Hey, Melvin Eccles. Hey, Mocha Bella.
What up, know it alls?
No. I have a name. When I'm sleepy or when I'm like still feeling goofy, I sing. Like if you say a word, I'm probably gonna break out in a song with that word. So y'all forgive me if I just break out in a song.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I be trying to
'Cause
like
you
you
can-
said. Yeah, I said say what you mean, but don't. Anyway, what's up to everybody out there? Know it all land. It's me. I want to apologize in advance because I am sniffing and snorting. It's terrible. I went outside and ran today. I did my little 2 miles. I'm trying to be, my Lent season. I added in making sure I work out at least 3 times a week. Work out, get some kind of physical activity.
Okay.
The pollen is real, Naughty. I've never
Yeah.
had issues with pollen, but ooh,
Me
I
either.
wanna-
I never dealt with it, but I know a lot of people who have. I was at the Jamaican spot earlier, and the lady who I always see, she always talks to him when I come in there. But she was sniffling. She was like, "The pollen is getting to me." I was like, "Oh, it's real out here."
it is real. I like that picture, loose neck. She cute or whatever. Got a little shoulder. Hold on.
Oh, loose neck got some shoulder action going on today.
He got my shoulder out.
Oh, okay.
That's from the movie Probable Cause. That means he found
Oh,
it.
okay. You got some porno shots. I need to.
No, that was me
still need to
talking
go
to that
check that
girl
out. I
and the
ain't
detective.
been on the right site yet to check it out,
I don't know where,
but I will.
It's out there, Lord.
I'm gonna find it.
That was from the scene where I was about to have words with the great Jasmine Burke. Y'all might know her from shows like Saints and Sinners. She was actually in my brother's video a long time ago. He had can't think of beep 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 beep. I think he was in no, it wasn't beep. It was another one. I got to think about it. I'm gonna go look it up. But she's an actress and a singer, and she fine. And she was my she was Bear's attorney, and we had to get all up in each other's face. We was 2 black girls going at it. I'm the
Oh, that's almost like Les Hilarious and Lauren.
It was.
They've been getting at it.
It was like that. What have they been saying? Now they tell the people what they. That's right, Detective Maisha Stevens. That is loose neck. You watched it. That was my name, Detective Maisha Stevens.
Loose neck. All right, we see you out there.
Romero, I'm about to get my OnlyFans page, and it's gonna be shoulders and clavicles
and feet, right?
Feet.
Folk, we're trying to see your feet for a minute.
They cute today, but I ain't about to pull them. That means I got to put them up here.
Hey, you can make
which I can do.
You can make good bread with that OF. I'm telling you.
I just got to get people to go to the page, and without finding, I need to make sure people don't find the page. I said that's all. See,
what you mean? You want them to find the page?
I don't want my mom and them to find it.
Oh, you just can't let them know that you got something going on.
I can't out there like I'm trying to show my clavicles.
Right.
That's why I'm hey, it is what it is. I might have guests on mine too. Like I might be only friends and guests. Like when Lemon Heads messed up, that made me so mad. When Lemon Head put friends in their little thing, I was so upset. I didn't want them. I just want the Lemon Heads.
No.
But I think people like my friends.
Yeah, you gotta open this up to the public. That's the only way to get that bread.
No, I mean, I'm gonna open up to the public, but every once in a while, I have like a friend of mine come
Oh,
on, that
okay.
has, like nice long legs, or somebody that has better shoulders or something, so they can have all the body
Oh,
parts.
okay, okay. I got
And
you.
I
I
don't have
got you. I
long
see what you're
legs.
saying. I
I'm
see what you're
5'3".
saying.
I don't have no long
Right.
legs, but
Hey, you got legs. It
I
don't
got
matter
legs.
how long they are.
They're a little bit like
As long as
that's
they
right.
spread open, then
Oh
that's all that matters.
my.
That's all that matters at the end of the day. You ain't gotta be super conscious about your legs. Now if they got
Listen,
all kind of burn marks and sores on them, then that's a whole nother
no,
thing
no, no,
too.
no.
Yeah.
But I did play hard as a child, and let's be clear. I was outside. I
Right.
was not one of them
Right.
girls in there putting on cocoa butter and getting together. But it's nothing bad. Ain't got no like awful
All right.
stuff.
They talked about your athletic career a couple days ago on the show. Who knew? Who knew?
Oh, that joke was so funny. I did run track, but I didn't run in college. I ran track just in high school. I ran the anchor. Sometimes, but I usually will run the third leg of like the 4x1 and the
Okay.
4x4. 4x1. Yeah, that's right. Everybody get 4 parts. I'm trying to make sure because they call it something different in the 4x1 and the 4x4. And I read the 200, and that was it.
Oh,
Then I
you was a
cheered,
speaker.
and cheer is an athletic sport. I'm
Yes,
short,
cheering
but
is athletic,
cheer is
especially
athletic.
if you go to a white school.
Absolutely. You gonna okay.
Yeah, them
That's
girls on a whole nother level.
well, if you watch like our HBCU cheer, because I always am catching, my algorithm shows cheerleading stuff, and them
Right.
girls be flipping and tumbling and stuff.
Okay, they need to put them.
Xavier,
They need to
maybe let me
start
tell
putting
you,
them on the TV.
Xavier
Maybe
just
that's the
won.
problem.
Xavier just won because we did not. Now let me be real clear. When I was at Xavier, we went yes, we cheered. We had jumps and stuff, and we had 2
Right.
or 3 that were tumblers. Now you can't get on the squad. They are recruiting from like in different countries, like different states
Oh yeah.
from the Xavier for cheer now, and you have to be able to tumble. These girls just
Oh, it's
won.
serious business.
We won an NAIA, no, SIC, one of them divisions. We just won it, and I was so surprised. I'm like, little old Xavier, what? And
Yeah.
not Xavier in Ohio, little old golden white, so true. Hail to thee, all hail to Xavier, hail, all hail XU, my squad. And we went
Oh
and told
yeah.
the young girls, we were like, we used to, me and my line sister would chill. We used to cheer, and they were just looking at us like, oh, look at the old ladies. Oh, like, girl, we will beat y'all down out here. But yeah, cheering is a sport.
Yeah, I respect cheering. It's a whole nother level than we came up. I mean, it was starting to transition when we was coming up, but now, shoot, you gotta be an athlete. You gotta down there
Baby,
be a gymnast, be a cheerleader.
you can't
So,
just be no
and you gotta
regular.
dance, and you gotta have endurance, and shoot, you could fall on your face.
Well,
I mean, it's possible. You
If
seen that
I
movie?
was a flyer, what they call a flyer when you're doing the pyramids. I was never
Okay,
basically I'm not
right.
tall enough or big enough. So flyers, they're the ones you put on the top and they throwing you and all that stuff. And they done miss me sometimes. I'm coming
Right.
down like, hey, I'm slid down somebody on like, wow. You really get hurt. I've had
Yeah, I'm
torn
glad you got back
hamstring.
up.
Oh
That
my
white girl in
God.
that movie, she didn't get back up. She was in a coma for 20 years. Then when she woke up, she thought she was still in high school.
What movie is this?
I forget the name of the movie, but it was a pretty good movie. It was a comedy.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad that didn't sound comical at all.
It was hilarious because when she woke up out the coma, she was 37. And
Right,
she
but still
still
think she
wanted to
in
be
the,
prom queen.
oh my, and did they let her do it?
They let her go back to high school. It
Oh,
was
well, that was
hilarious.
nice.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Romero just asked us a question, and I didn't see this, Romero, so let me apologize in advance.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
put
go
a
look it
star
up.
on it. Put a star on it. We can answer it at the end of the show.
Okay, but I don't know
In
if
the
you're gonna be
5
able to answer if
questions.
you've been paying attention. Got to pay attention.
Shout out to Romero. Shout out to Arle and Tree and Ryan.
And
Y'all
Doug.
all hit me up
Oh,
today and showed my mom a lot of love. It really helped to push through. As she
Mama
had her
said,
surgery today, and she's at home recovering in a lot of pain. But she doped up right now, so I
well,
think
she
she
in
all
the
right.
chat, so she gonna probably tell us some. Y'all, she in the chat, so she gonna tell us some good stuff.
Yeah,
Doped up
she
folks. That's
can't
be the
wait to get in the
reason,
chat.
right?
She
She
said,
gotta
I
tell us
gotta be here
something.
with the know-it-alls. I'm a know-it-all. So So shout out to her for pushing through, making it through, being resilient. So now she's on the road to recovery.
Get it,
So
mama.
we're gonna see how that go. Yeah, she got out. She was like an old lady. She had a walker and everything. Reminded me of my grandmama.
Oh, but it's
So we
okay
got
though.
yeah. We're gonna push it through. She ain't gonna be on that walk alone. We
That's
gonna
right. She moving
right,
on,
right,
moving on up, moving
right,
on up.
right. But yeah, it was good. It was good. What you
Wonderful.
been
I'm
up
glad to
to?
see you doing well. Nothing. I'm trying to do my little exercise, and I'm trying to read. I did the plan to read the Bible in a year. I'm so behind. God, Jesus, forgive me. But I was listening to it while I walked and ran today. I ran
Right.
a mile, walked a mile, trying to, and I was like, oh, God feel like the whiz right now because he talking about don't come look at me, don't come see me, but then he see you make you glow. It was just too much. So I got to sit down
Yeah.
and write my thoughts out about what I think about all of that.
Yeah. It
So,
take. I mean, I don't know. I just think it takes a while. Like reading the Bible. Like I've read it a few times, front and back. I think the first time I read it, it took me a couple months.
mhm.
But that's just reading it. But then researching it, shoot, that take about a year and a half.
More than that, because when you start talking about all
Right.
those names, because I was walking today and they were talking about which is now this is the month of Aziz, and I was like, well, when is that? And then how is that? And I said I was about to go try to do a deep dive, and I know it's gonna be hard to do on this Sabbath day because people believe the Sabbath is on Saturday, some believe it's on Sunday.
Right.
Back when I was growing up, you did not do anything on Sunday but go to church. When those stores were open, no, none of that.
Right.
Everything you had to
Right.
get, and we so got away from that. It seemed like we were so much better people then when we didn't do all this
Well,
extra stuff. But
honestly,
others
really,
believe the Sabbath's on
really,
Saturday. So.
right. Really breaking it down and having an understanding, you realize how much that subconsciously or consciously, however you want to look at it, um, in general, we live according to Greek mythology.
I've seen that as a thing.
Right.
The
I mean, even
calendar and everything.
from the days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, these are not the names of the week that are biblical or from a Quran perspective. The New Year's being in January and Janus, the months of the year. I mean, all this is Greek mythology. So it's an interesting thing
It's
to
an
really
interesting
get
study.
into though.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Really interesting thing to get into. I'm gonna tell you what else is interesting. And Arle, I know this might be controversial, but we gotta talk about this in hot topics.
Pew, pew, pew. Hot topics, hot topics. Hot topics, hot topics. Hot, hot. Hot topics, hot topics. Hot topics, hot topics.
So you got this oh no, that's the wrong picture. I'm gonna go back to that picture. That picture. West Virginia couple sentenced to prison for abusing children they adopted while living in Minnesota.
Minnesota. In the heartland of Minnesota.
Right. So I got these. Jeanne K. Whitefeather and her husband. Let me get this picture out. And her husband, Donald Lance.
Everybody got different last names.
Yeah, they received a maximum sentence for decades in prison for Wednesday for abusing their adoptive children, who were black. This is a white family who adopted black children and put them in slavery, which included heavy labor, locking them in bedrooms, forcing them to sleep on concrete floors, and making them stand for hours with their hands on their heads. That's just amongst a few other things. Now, Jeanne, she's received up to 215 years in prison.
Yeah.
And her husband, Donald, he got 160 years. They got found guilty on multiple counts of forced labor, human trafficking, child abuse, and neglect. And Whitefeather also is convicted of civil rights violations based on race. And the judge told him, "May God have mercy on your soul because the courts
I
won't."
will not. She said, "I will not."
Right. I don't agree because they're both eligible for parole. She after 40 years and he after 30 years. You don't deserve no parole.
I mean,
you don't
ever
deserve no
in the
parole
history of
after
paroling.
this. Yeah, they adopt these children. When they adopted them, they was aged from 5 to 16. I mean, they made them, they was working on a farm. They made them dig dirt with their hands. They locked them in shelters with no food, no bathroom. They both had like the pee in the bucket while they was locked in these rooms, no lights. And they gave them a steady diet of peanut butter sandwiches. And if you didn't finish the peanut butter sandwiches, that's what you were gonna eat the next day. You're gonna eat leftover peanut butter sandwiches. I can't even go 2 straight meals of eating the peanut butter sandwich, let alone that's just what I'm eating day in and day out. And I just find this appalling.
When you first sent me the we have so much what is it called, deep fakes, where there's like all this information out there and some of it's not real. So when you first sent it, I was like, this cannot be real. This is not real. Even though, let me say, I've watched like a SVU before and they were doing that, and had adopted these kids, but they were making them live in but they look to the outside like they wouldn't even let them kids go to school. I don't know, it was something crazy on the SVU episode. But I always feel some kind of way when folks, like, I didn't like Amy Coney Barrett having little black kids. I was like, this don't feel right to me. It always feels funny, but I also know I'm not adopting children, and I hate for them to live in a system. If somebody is going to give them a loving home, it shouldn't matter what color they are. So I try to look at it from that perspective. But I always have my antennas up, like, ooh,
right. I don't like
it. I thought it was fake. And I was like, let me go put this lady's name in and see what pops up. And up pops all the other articles that they wrote it. That one that you sent didn't lead with the racist part of it. The others, like the NBCs and all that stuff, was like, white family adopts black children, treats them as slaves. I was like, oh, it's real. Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a couple that just got caught and convicted.
The rest of them are going.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a whole bunch of these cases.
Mm-hmm. But they're not going to get found because they're off the grid. Like these people, they were mad at their real estate agent for not finding them a place that was more hidden. They never was like, oh, my bad. This probably wasn't a nice idea to adopt these children. Why you adopt no little white kids, no little Asian, nobody else, just us, and make us live like that. And for them not to be in school was a problem. Like nobody, I'm just glad the neighbor said something. That's all I can say.
Right. If it wasn't for the neighbor saying something, they still in slavery right now. Yeah.
And then now it's even worse because they're about to go live in a group home or something. They don't trust anybody.
Oh, no. I
they have every right not to. They have every right not to. And now I bet they side-eyeing everybody because I have friends who I don't personally have any. I don't really have any Caucasian. Well, Wade is my friend. Shout out to Wade. I don't have, and Sean. They play in the band with me. They're my friends. I don't have a lot of Caucasian brethren, colonizers as friends. I guess it's the way I grew up. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's America.
I gonna be side-eyeing everybody that got kids that don't look like them. Like,
Yeah, I mean, most of these kids, they didn't even realize. Some of them didn't even realize how cruel they were being treated. I mean, the one girl, the one who's 18 now, she's been with a new family for over a year now. And she was like, based on her new living conditions, she realized how messed up these people were,
And they tried to say, well, they're farmers and that's why the kids went. So when I got to farm with my hands, because my daddy got a farm.
So y'all don't got no shovels on. Y'all ain't got no shovels on the farm.
And I understand hard work for children. Don't get me wrong. I'm very disappointed that
I work hard as a child.
Play this all they do. They say hard work on this phones, on their little They need to be out there digging and breaking leaves and packing stuff up and learning how to change oil, not change oil, but learn at least how to check your oil, learn how to change the tire, like all those things. So I'm not for children just being like everybody do stuff for you, washing some dishes, cleaning some floors.
Right, you got chores.
Because you're gonna have to have a house one day and you need to know how to do all these things.
Right.
Digging in the dirt.
Want the house to be clean. If they out there working, when she get home, the house need to be clean. You don't
need to give her no most stuff to do.
Right. So I get that. Yeah. I honestly, I don't like the idea of white people adopting black children. I know that every white family that adopt black children is not putting them in slavery. They're not beating them. But again, are there not enough prominent black families to adopt these black children? Are there not enough white children for these white folks to adopt? I mean, then you got a lot of, it seems like it's a trend, especially in the celebrity world. You got a lot of white celebs who adopt these black children.
Because
I mean,
Angelina Jolie brought hers down here to go to Spelman, which I appreciated.
right,
Like,
right. She's one of the few good ones. You know, you got Charlize Theron, you got Michelle Pfeiffer, she got a few. Jane Fonda, yeah, Hugh Jackman,
I didn't know he
Ty
did
Burrell,
either.
Kristen Davis, Mary Louise Parker, Steven Spielberg got a black son, Jillian Michaels. I mean,
even with a white woman, I mean a black woman, no.
And Madonna got 4 up out of Malawi, out of Africa. She got 3 girls, and then she got a boy who she turned to a girl. See, this account of stuff. It's unacceptable to me. I don't like it, Arle.
Notty, did you go out or did I go out?
I'm like, you had a white couple. They adopted this black girl out of Africa. I don't know if that was the movie called The Help. I can't remember what it was called, but they turned her to a maid. They wouldn't let her go outside. She had to work the house. That's what they adopted her for. And I just don't like it. I mean, there's a couple statistics on it of what they call transracial adoptions, where white parents adopt a black or brown adoptee. 21%, and this is according to creatingafamily.org. 21% of domestic infant adoptions are transracial. And this number is on the rise. 28% of foster care adoptions are transracial, and 84% of international adoptions are transracial, which means a lot of these white folks are going to different countries in Africa, plucking up these black children. And it makes me no sense to me. So my question was, I wonder how many black people adopt white children, and you can't really get the numbers because it's so far and few in between. And the question was, why aren't more black families adopting white children? I mean, what would be your idea behind why a lot of black parents aren't adopting white children?
So I'm trying to tell him something. So part of what I think is happening is that there are so many more black children that are like, I've heard Willie Moore Jr. was adopted, and he talks about his adoption, and that's how everybody finds their thing that they're big on. Tom Joyner does, helping students who go to HBCUs have a little extra money. Willie Moore Jr.'s is adoption and getting more people into, what is it called when you keep them for a little while and you can adopt them? I can't think. The foster system. He was a foster child. And so I think we have far more children in the system than they do. So you want a baby really bad, you go and you adopt a baby. If your whole goal is to adopt a child and bring them up and love them and help them, then I understand I don't care color. I don't see color. It's a problem for the children sometimes, and they struggle. I think about, what was that? This Is Us, when they adopted and they treated him really good, but it was always something growing up in that era where he didn't get the same thing. I'm glad they gave each of the kids something like a problem so that you could see how it built. But anyway, I just think they're not enough. I've never thought about adoption. And so many of us are struggling just to keep our own lights and, stuff on. We got to pay for we can't take care of the kids we got. So right. I don't see us going to add children to that.
There's a couple of things that I was researching, because I didn't find any black celebrities that adopted any white children. Out of all the black celebrities out there, there's none on record to my, that I was able to find that adopted.
But are we adopting anybody? Are we doing a lot of adoption?
They adopt black children. There was one family, I forget the black family, but they adopted some Mexican children, some Latino babies. But there is a longer wait to adopt a white baby as opposed to adopting a black child.
Yep. It's even like that with surrogacy. I helped do a film documentary on surrogacy. They charge us, like, if you're going to be a surrogate as a black woman, you get less than if you were Hispanic or white or some other surrogate. So it's a lot. I think it's economics that plays into that.
Yeah.
They just don't value. It's like they don't value our bodies, but yet we're the ones who nurse everybody. You know, we're feeding them and clothing and nurturing everybody, but we don't get our bodies, or what we produce is not. But it's good enough for your child. It's just not good enough. It's weird.
And that was Lionel Richie, who I was thinking about. Nicole Richie is a Mexican and Creole. They adopted her. She's like a Latino and Creole or something like that. So that was one of the examples I found. It said depending on the agency, it costs more to adopt a white baby. So now I'm like, this is messed up. So a white baby worth more than a black baby? These folks, man, I tell you, that white baby, I mean, I hate to sound like this, but that white baby ain't got no melanin.
None.
Melanin should cost. That's vibranium. Do you know how much you can get for vibranium in Wakanda?
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
I don't understand
but I think it goes with my theory of how like they've made the most beautiful places, like the Jamaicas, the Dominican Republics, all this stuff, the Mexicos that have just the nature and the beauty of everything. It costs you nothing to go buy something over there, do whatever, and they're always the poorest countries, and you know our dollar's worth 38 over there, they dollars and whatever. But when you go to like Switzerland, or it ain't pretty, I mean it's cute or whatever, but it's all wrong about it. It ain't cute like it is in Jamaica. But those are the colonizers set the stuff.
Do you know that a white prostitute costs 2 to 3 times more than a black prostitute? That's why a good pimp, a real pimp, he want to have some white women in his stable so he can make his cash and keep on the table.
But we better.
Got more ass and everything.
I didn't know.
I don't understand how.
I did not know that, honey.
Yeah, white woman. Hey, a white woman
out here giving it to the
way more valuable than a black woman out on them streets. That's just I never understood this. Who's setting the market? That's I don't know who's setting the market. And like you said, proportionately, there are more African American children in foster care in need of families. Then you got no wanting a risk or being a house. Okay, black people don't want to be thought of as a nanny or a kidnapper if they out with their white babies. They don't want people thinking that's just the nanny. Or matter of fact, call them folk. We see these black folk with their white children walking down the street.
Right. I think they just stole it. Do you know?
Right. They just stole.
You in a car with them,
but y'all don't have no questions of y'all. If y'all see these grown white folk walking with these little black children.
But they do. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I was watching some movie and it was, I want to say, was it the Colin Kaepernick story when he was with his mom and they were questioning, and she was like, he is fine. But they knew when they got pulled over, there were gonna be questions as opposed to like, did you get kidnapped? Blink twice. And he's like, this is my child. Oh, so yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Oh wow, Fly Tie said, man, I got 2 little kids now because their parents ain't crap, and I didn't want them to go in the system. I had their 2-year-old for over a year, and his sister since she was wow. But shout out to you, Fly Tie.
Shout out to Fly Tie.
That is a beautiful thing
for stepping up. I mean, coming up, I knew a couple people who were foster parents. You know, had different kids, and we played with the kids, and everything was good. Some kids are different. Sometimes you have them for a long time and they just say, we're going to keep them,
Right.
And they keep them until they get old enough. And, they always just be a part of the family. So,
I have friends who have done that, like and in my own family, sometimes somebody has a child they can't keep, or they on their third day over there just doing too much. And then they end up, an auntie or somebody steps in and they get to raise them. So.
Yeah. Also, not wanting to expose the children to prejudice and racism that black families face. Also, hostility questions from other blacks is why they did not adopt the black child. So black people will look at you like you adopt these white babies and you taking care of them.
Right.
Why didn't you do this for a black child? Which I can understand that perfectly well. I might
question that too.
Yeah, I might question that too.
It's almost, I know it's not as big as dating, but you know how you like, dang, why he dating her? But I'm not gonna date him or give him none, so I need to let him go be happy. And that's kind of how I try to think of it about children. Like, I don't want you to stay in the system forever. So if somebody appears to be loving, regardless of what their hue is, I want you to go and have what would be considered a family life. I don't want you to be enslaved though.
But
And how
right,
and where the
right.
people that, like, I guess it's not like, because when you do when you adopt, nobody's coming, they're your children. Nobody's coming to check to see if you're still treating them right. Because I know a couple that gave a child back. The child, she was so bad and they couldn't do nothing with her, and it just got bad. And I felt so bad for that little girl. They ended up, I guess, not disclosing that she had some mental health issues and some other things that were just beyond their scope of parenting. They got her when she was a little older. Like, instead of getting a baby, they got like a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old.
Right,
And she gave them a run for their money. We were like, well, where did the little girl go? They're like, oh, we had to take. And I just feel like that's horrible to send a child back. That's horrible.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it's more black children that are available for adoption and they cheaper, yeah.
That just seems so wrong to say.
I mean,
get you a black baby.
Right, get you a black baby.
That's
man.
why the white people got them, because it's the
Right.
cost is. I guess
Now,
I don't know. Hey,
I mean, if you adopt a white baby, especially for the cost, it need to be an investment. That white baby need to, right, but
he need to be dribbling the ball or
but see,
being a
that's what I'm saying.
physicist.
He ain't got no melanin. He ain't gonna have no hops. He ain't gonna be jumping out the gym.
I just feel like
go 240.
He can't. I mean, maybe he gonna be an engineer. I don't know.
I mean, maybe you can put him.
Or maybe he already rich and adopt him. They rich
I
anyway. They
don't
don't need
know.
his money. He gonna get his trust and keep it moving.
Right. And this is the No Show with Notty and Arle. Arle, when we get back, I know you got a great what we need to know for Women's History Month.
Yeah,
we're gonna get into it. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe. Put your questions in the chat. We're gonna get to them at the end of the show, and with the 5 honest answers, and give us your thoughts on what you think about transracial adoptions, and we'll get more into it.
And tell us who y'all think stole our intro.
Right. We need to do something like murder mystery.
Yes, we about to be on the hunt. Like, did you move our? I'm gonna let you ask, because if I ask, it ain't gonna come out right. So you ask.
It might not come out right if I ask.
Yeah,
but we'll see. We'll see how it go. Y'all stay tuned right here on the No Show.
Who does that?
Is it too early to tell y'all what I was thinking about yesterday then on this note?
Go ahead. Here we go. Get ready to dump you.
I really thought about this for about an hour yesterday.
Okay. All right, let's hear it.
2028, man, I'm thinking about running for president of the United States. If I start right now today,
Notty,
if I start my
you got my support, man.
Because guess what I'm gonna do? I was thinking about a reparations plan. I was thinking about a re-education plan, getting teachers raises. Like I really was formulating my whole campaign. And I said, if I start today, in 4 years, will I be ready to be president of the United States of America?
Like I just said, Donald Trump with no experience was president of the United States of America. He's got a good chance of winning again. Hell no, why not?
Right.
I believe in you. I trust you. I believe in you way more than I do Trump. So why would I vote for you, Notty?
Have you ever been stranded on side? Have you ever been stranded on side of the road, Arle?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 44770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949.
A Negro need to know. A Negro need to know. And it's for sure. What a Negro needs to
No.
This is Hazel Scott. They virtually tried to erase her from history, but her contributions are undeniable. Here we go. Born June 11th, 1920. Of course, she's a Gemini. I mean, she's playing 2 pianos. She was deemed a musical prodigy, already playing the piano and singing at age 3, and was offered several scholarships at Juilliard and a private instructor who already deemed her a genius at age 8. What were you doing? I was trying not to pee in the bed. Anyway, by age 16, she was performing all over and crafted her own sound by taking classical pieces from Bach and Mozart, speeding them up and adding syncopation with a left hand that was faster than a flash. By the way, not only did she refuse to perform in segregated clubs, the only roles available for black women at the time were criminals, prostitutes, and maids. Hazel Scott had in her contract where she would play none of those roles. She'd only play one, herself. She had final say in both her costume and music. But get this, on the set of this film, the women were put in soiled aprons to send their men off to war, and Hazel was like, no, that ain't realistic. The producers was like, mind your business, ain't got nothing to do with you. She was like, yes it do, I'm going on strike. 3 days later, the producers finally agreed and put the women in beautiful floral dresses. But they blacklisted Hazel. So she was like, cool, I'm gonna marry Adam Clayton Powell. Yes, that one, Mr. 7th Avenue himself. And she became the first black person in history to have their own TV show. Not first black woman, first black person in history. So they tried to blacklist her again by putting her in the red channel saying she was a communist. She was like, I'm not a commie, y'all, but I'm sick of y'all. I'm out of here. Peace. And she went to Paris. A decade later, she moved back to the U.S. and continued to perform and record until her death in 1981. She's one of the most important figures of our time. Thank you, Hazel Scott. We won't let them erase you.
Hazel Scott.
Out to Hazel Dorothy Scott, who died of pancreatic cancer. About such a sad cancer. I hate that cancer.
Yeah,
I hate all the cancers, but that one sucks. In 1981, and she was an activist. And I'm just so proud that she stood up. Like, no, because so many of us in the entertainment space will tolerate whatever because we just want to get on. We want to be seen. When I get there, I'll make the change. But she was like, nope, not going until you make the change. So I respect it so much. I don't know if I'd have been strong enough to do that back then because they didn't have a lot of roles for us and we had to do a lot of step and fetch. And then they blacklisted her, you know.
Right. But she knew what kind of pull she had because not only was she talented, a prodigy in the realm of the arts, just for playing that piano. I mean, it's hard to play 2 pianos at one time.
Play one.
But she was also a gorgeous woman.
Yep.
Who had that talent. So white men love black women. They just gush over them, you know, and they weren't gonna not put on the scene. I mean, she was the first black person to have her own TV show in America in 1950.
That's huge.
Oh yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
Not first black person, first person.
Right. That's huge.
Hazel.
She was a star. She was a star. They blacklisted her because they associated her with the Communist Party.
Right.
You know, and she had to go speak before the House of the Un-American Committee. And after she had made that speech, shortly after that, they pulled a TV show off the air. So she was only on for maybe a year, not even a whole year before they pulled out. But yeah, she stood up for something, and then she ended up having to leave. She had to leave the country.
Because y'all was on some
right. She had to go to France for a minute to chill out. And she did some movies while she was over in France and, you know, did a lot of shows. And so she became an international star, you know, because she was a star in the United States. Then she was a star over in Europe. And then eventually she came back and she performed and she was an activist and that type of thing. So yeah, man, shout out to Hazel Scott.
Hazel Dorothy Scott. Yeah, like in 1949, she brought a lawsuit against the owners of a restaurant in Washington because the waitress refused to serve her. And the suit allowed there to be some legislation for African Americans changing some of the racial discrimination in Washington.
Right. I mean, really, you know, and doing the homework, doing the research on it, she was at the forefront of a lot of things when it came to civil rights and segregation. I mean, she would not perform in a room of a segregated crowd. But if went in that building to perform and the blacks was on one side and the whites was on another side, she was like, nah, I ain't doing it. And her reasoning was, if I'm good enough to entertain y'all, then why we not good enough to sit with y'all? Right. And, right. Oh, yeah, gotta give her that. That just bust them up. We fit together, but y'all can come out here and enjoy my music.
My great talent. And that happened so much
Yeah.
for so many artists back then. Like, you can't stay here. You can't. There were several other artists who refused to play in segregated South and places where their people couldn't sit. And several of them did, because you got to make a living, and they make it hard. So, and I understand both sides. My mama always talks about how difficult it was. And in this era, you just by your mere presence, you are fighting for something. Like, if you go to a school that they didn't normally let you go to, then you're fighting. So your journey is so much more difficult than the people who came behind you, because you just up there, they're just coming for you daily. Like, it's terrible.
Right. I mean, back then, it's still a lot of racism in the country. Don't get me wrong, but back then it was heavy, it was thick. You could really cut it with a knife. When we talk about guys like Jackie Robinson, we talk about the Bill Russells, who were playing in a segregated country at the time, and they'll go to different hotels, and the hotel be like, you can't stay here, but your teammates can.
Right.
It was gonna be up to your white teammates to be like,
well, we're not staying here either.
We're not staying here either. We're not in here either. If this person can't come in, then we don't want to be a part of that. And you had enough of them to do that, when it probably should have been more.
Oh, absolutely.
But you had enough. Like, that was one of my things when Colin Kaepernick was going through his situation. A lot of people are afraid of them big wigs.
Oh, absolutely.
Black and white. Enough, in my opinion.
I had friends who were like, I don't believe he's doing it. And I was like, I believe he should be doing it. What better place? Like, you don't go to nobody's job and do something. I was like, well.
Right. You had a lot. To me, you didn't have enough black people standing behind him. You had a few, but not enough. And really, you didn't have a lot of white people. I mean, I can think of two white people who stood up for Colin Kaepernick. One of them was Chris Long, who was a defensive end. He played with the Rams for a minute. And the other one was Aaron Rodgers. And a lot of people give Aaron Rodgers a lot of flack.
I didn't know he did. I don't remember him standing up. I thought he was anti.
No, Aaron Rodgers was one of he was the only one who, because he was a star, who used his star power and said, I understand why Colin Kaepernick doing what he's doing. I support him. Tom Brady and all these other white quarterbacks, they either was on the opposition or they were mum. They weren't saying anything. But now we kind of see, even today, ever since then, Aaron Rodgers get criticized like a black dude in the media. Everybody criticized Aaron Rodgers.
But I think
I always support him, even though he is a diva to a certain degree. I support him because he stood behind Kaepernick when the other white folks weren't standing behind Kaepernick.
Right.
All right. So, this is the No Show with Arle and Notty.
Yes.
Make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Yeah. So I mean, she was huge. She married. I gotta break. I'd be remiss if I didn't break it up, because we always, definitely me and you, we talk about black athletes. They get rich, they get with white women. We talk about the black women athletes who get rich, they might get with the white men. And I always thought this was something relatively new. Like, this is started in the 90s, maybe in the 2000s and 80s. But apparently this been going on since forever. I don't understand. Maybe it's because once we get into a position of prominence and fame, maybe it's because, like I said once before, maybe it's because of the people we're around. We're just around more of them. And if you're around more of them, then you have a more tendency to fall in love with one. Or maybe it's some form of status. I don't know. What do you think? Because Hazel Scott, she married Adam Clayton Powell, who was the first black congressman out of New York City. Now, they were having an affair when she got with him, so that's why. I didn't know that. Yeah, she was having an affair with him. That's why he was already married. So he left his wife to be with her. Right. But then he divorced her. He divorced her 10 years later. And then she ended up a white Italian named Enzio Bedin, who was a comedian. He was 15 years younger than her. She married him, but once again,
she was cougaring.
But I already told you how that worked out, Arlie. So he ain't fool with her long. He was too young. He was 15 years younger. She gonna fall off before he do. I get it.
But at that age, she wasn't but in like her 50s, which meant he was 35 because she died at 60. So
right. So, and back then when you got old, you got old. I mean, we go look at Sanford and Son. Did you know Lamont was like 35? Like Sanford was like 40. Like these folks looked like they were 60, 70 years old.
They made him look old. The Red Fox look old all the time.
I'm gonna say them folks look that old when I was coming up.
Because
I would have no idea they was in their 30s. Yeah, right. But I'm saying right now to the young people out there.
Hell, we look old to them. If you put a 20
I don't look 65 to nobody.
You don't look 65, but I'm saying like we look okay, you look like a baby.
It might be the case. I don't know. The young bucks call me Aunt when I'm in. They like, what up, Aunt? I got that for you if you need it. And I'm letting them know I appreciate the young blood, but I'm good. I appreciate it though. I always let them know I appreciate the offer because I might be looking for it. You never know. But yeah, so I'm just interested. I think her life was interesting. I mean, there's so much more. I mean, we kind of, gave the surface of, her talents and everything, but man, she had so much more that we didn't cover. I mean, from her playing music for the civil rights movement,
right?
The shows that she was able to attend and perform in that nobody else was able to attend and perform in. I mean, this was an amazing lady. I would suggest, I think it would be worth anybody's time to go do a little research and just, see the things of Hazel Scott.
I just happened to see it when I was looking on. I love that dude, Chester. I can't think of his last name, but he does a lot of like astrology stuff. And I was excited about it.
Right. When we get back, it's time to interact with the chat members. We're going to play What You Say? And also make sure y'all get y'all questions together because we got 5 minutes answers before we get out of here. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back on The No Show.
Did you find it, Notty?
Did I find what?
I hear the music for the open. So did you find it?
Music?
Oh,
I ain't found the thief.
Who found the thief? Somebody stole. We're going to talk to
There will be an investigation. We will open up an investigation. Maybe somebody in the know-it-alls can help us out. Y'all stay tuned right here on The No Show.
When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right? So shouts out to my man Lavrell as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right? The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent, Lavrell Hawkins, has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626.
Hey, y'all, we back. What it is, yo? That's not right, Notty. Is it? You got something for that? I wasn't ready.
That's not right. That's not right.
Somebody mess. Hey,
yeah.
You're right. It's an inside job.
Yeah, some stuff going on. Let's get this right though.
Hey, y'all, it's time for What You Say, where we allow you to fill in the blanks. And we want you to be as creative as you possibly can, because blanks are meant to be filled. Pause.
Yes,
That's not a pause. Is it a pause minute?
There might be a pause minute. Yeah, I think if it's close, it got to be a pause.
Pause on GP. Yeah, we just need to
On
pause.
GP.
I'm just on.
Well, let's
Yeah.
get to it. Let's get to it. The first one.
Okay, let me see.
If you were born in blank, you probably like blank.
If you were born in Atlanta, you probably like lemon pepper wet.
I gotta give you that. That's good. That's good. Oh, that's a tough one right there.
Because I don't like lemon pepper wet because I wasn't born. I don't like my wings wet. Oh, I like lemon pepper dry. But I like Cajun lemon pepper from this place. Oh, they're so good. They closed. I'm so sad.
There ain't a lot of things that I don't like wet.
Boss.
Ain't a lot of things. Oh, that's a good one. I have to see what the chat got.
Let me see what the chat got. If you were born in Moco, you probably like rice. Shedrick.
That is true. That is true.
Or not just Moco, anywhere in South Carolina or Louisiana, in them water areas,
right?
They eat rice with everything, baby.
They might got rice. They might be growing rice or something. They might got rice fields or something. I thought we got our rice from China.
I don't know, child. Carrie Portis, if you were born in South Carolina, you probably like raccoon. Glad I wasn't born in South Carolina.
Right. It's some folks in Georgia. You know, I caught 2 raccoons last week.
Oh, what you do?
Yeah, I caught 2 raccoons and a possum. Called the guy, Pops, what I call Pops. He called the guy down in the country. The guy said, "Yeah, I come up there and get that coon. How big is he?" He was nice size, you know, but I let him go. I let him go off in the woods. If you were born in South Georgia, you probably like cornbread.
Who said that?
I said that. That's
you
what I'm
saying
saying.
that?
Yeah, if you were born in South Georgia, Valdosta, you probably like cornbread. Them boys down there, them boys be big, cornbread, man. Them boys be 18 years old. They be 6'3", 280.
Yeah, we played a school down there. We had to go down to Houston County one time to play. We were like, did everybody wake up bench pressing cows and eating cornbread for bread? What is happening? I mean, they was big boys.
Right.
Big boys. We don't. That's because we in the city and we eating hot Cheetos and lemon pepper wet. That's why we little bitty. Okay, so Mocha Bella said, "Well, no, why not 2403? If you were born in California, you probably like plastic surgery. Loose neck. If you were born in the South, you probably like sweet tea. Julius 35C. If you were born in Louisiana, you probably like boudin. Oh, and now they got crawfish boudin, which I can do. I can do them other ones, and it cannot be in a pork casing. Ugh. Mocha Bella, if you were born in Miami, you probably like Uncle Luke.
You probably do like
Uncle Luke. I wasn't born in Miami, but I
wish I had some Uncle Luke to put on right now.
Oh, number 1 birthday sign, Pisces. I said, Leo. No, is it Sagittarius? No, is it? Wait for Pisces, like he heard me.
Right, Uncle Luke. Shout out to Uncle Luke, man.
Yeah, shout out to Uncle Luke. 2 for me, 2 for you.
I wish I could play the blank so I could be blank. And that's another thing I want to mention about Hazel Scott. I didn't know that Hazel Scott was an inspiration to Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys said she followed being a historian, a music historian. She followed Hazel Scott's work, and that's what she always wanted to do, to be able to play 2 pianos at one time. So Hazel Scott influenced the next generation. I mean, generations of musicians. So that was a big thing. But I wish I could play the blank so I could be blank.
I wish I could play. I can play it, but I don't win. I was gonna say I wish I could play the lottery so I could be rich, but that don't, just because you played on me. They say you can't win if you don't play, but
right. You don't play, you don't count.
Right.
What Pop say all the time.
Wish.
Shout out to Pops.
Mocha Bella, we said the same thing, girl.
What? Yeah, but like you say, just because you play.
Scared.
Oh, that's a tough one. What do I wish I could play?
I wish I could play the piano so I could be more well-rounded.
Yeah. You know, I've been practicing the
People
guitar.
at
I got a guitar. I got an acoustic that I practice on from time to time. So, but I only practice. I don't play. So I say I wish I could play the guitar, so I could be soulful.
Romero said guitar so he could be a rock star on some Lenny Kravitz ish.
Right. That's what I would do. I would be on some Smashing Pumpkins type stuff. I got that Smashing Pumpkins vibe.
I'd be Princess, like the female Prince. Oh, I love him so much. And when he played the guitar, I get so excited. Or the piano, or any other of the 17 instruments that he plays. I love him. Whew, played past tense, because if he show up, we're gonna have a problem.
I don't know. This lady did the meds kicking in. I know. No, I know it don't say I wish I could play the poor so I could be Carol Syrup.
Maybe that was the one before.
Maybe that was the one before. Maybe she a little behind. Let me see what that first one.
She
no, because if you were born in poor, you were born poor. You probably like Carol Syrup.
Yes, I was born poor, and we used to put butter, like pour the syrup in there, Miss Stacy. We would pour the syrup on your plate, and then my grandma would let us get butter, and I mix it in the syrup, not melted butter, just butter. Let's just talk about it. It wasn't no melting of the butter, and then I take my biscuits and sop it in the K-Roll syrup. Lord, I didn't know.
I don't know if I don't know. Maybe my mama had to tell me. Maybe I was too young. I just don't remember. In Karo syrup, we always
had red letters, if I'm not mistaken, Karo, and it had like a little oval label on it. I thought
that one with the boy with the hat on it was with the bear.
Wasn't no people on there.
We used to have that. Now sometimes we used to get that syrup that had the little bear on it. That was the worst tasting syrup you can get. That was the worst tasting syrup.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, oh boy, that's what it was called. Anybody else had that old boy?
No,
that old boy went.
It wasn't hitting on nothing. That's like I used to eat bologna so much. Bologna in my younger days that I can't even think, like the smell of it now. Somebody fried it would make seeing it makes me sick. And ramen noodles. Now I did go to a place the other day and get some ramen in New Orleans, in Louisiana. They call it yakami. I don't know why. It's the same stuff, boiled and thing with little egg and little season, little stuff in it. But I can't.
Why they spell bologna like Bologna? Bologna. But there's a city in Europe called Bologna. They're spelled the same way.
No, in France it's Bolognese. Or
Bolognese.
Look it up. And then ask it to pronounce it for you. It's spelled the exact same.
Yeah.
Bolognese, France.
That's just crazy.
I think we're supposed to have some bolognese. You got fried bolognese with a bubble.
You know what? And this what I realized. These folk really ain't that intelligent. They don't know how to spell words. They'll spell the words wrong. And then they'll say, this is how you pronounce it. And then they teach everybody growing up, this is how you pronounce these words. And the word, it just doesn't make sense.
Like Arkansas and Kansas. They're the same word.
Right.
Arkansas. Or why in that's Arkansas and Kansas. Like, why not?
There's a lot of words like that.
Why isn't Kroger? Because his name is Roger. You just put a K in front of him. Why his name not Roger? Why would
his name ain't Roger?
Right. But why is he not Roger?
Right. Makes no sense.
They just do what they want to do. They do.
If I had a blank, I would be called blank. It would be called blank. If I had a blank, it would be called blank.
If I had a blank, it would be called, I don't know. If I had a big booty, it would be called Bertha. No, I can't think of that.
I thought you was going to say it would be called BBL.
No, but that would be it. But
right.
I had if I had I don't know, Notty. You got to go first. I meant first the other two times.
If I had a dog, it would be called Ira. I had a dog named Ira back when I was younger. Good dog, great dog. Dog followed us to school, went home when we got out of school. The dog was right there to walk us home. Great dog, And then, my mama gave the dog away, which made me sad. And I never wanted a dog again in my life.
Miss Stacy said, y'all, I am on drugs. Out of nowhere, she was like, listen, whatever you get, Oh, if I had a 12-inch, it would be called a sword of the omens. Ah! I don't even know what that means, but I'm scared. Pause something. Feel like I need to do something. She said, "You never ate the syrup, Notty." Lying over there. You never ate that Obel syrup.
I know she ain't talking about old boy. She talking about K-Roll. I
Right.
ain't never had the K-Roll. I had that. Oh, I know I had that old boy. The old boy was terrible.
If I had a twin, it would be called Carly.
Till Dog. What up, Till Dog? Let me know if you got your package. I sent you a package.
He said he got it up in I started. So
all right. I'm glad you got that package. Yeah, he said if I had a dog, it would be called Maxwell.
You like Maxwell, the singer, Till Dog?
Yeah, I wonder why he would call his dog Maxwell.
Because he like Maxwell.
Don't dogs supposed to have like dog names?
No.
They don't. You can just name a dog anything.
Yeah, my friend. Well, I think some of them are like cute names, but like this dude, he loves Carrie Bradshaw. He has like a little wiener dog, and he named him Oliver Bradshaw after the TV show.
We once had a dog, a black lab I had found, brought to the house. My mama loved that dog. We called him Puncho. She named him Puncho. Like player Puncho with the bankhead bounce, shouted, called him Puncho. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I found the owners of that dog and I sent it back, gave it back, because she had gave my dog away.
So
that was my revenge.
My God.
Right. But
y'all,
I know. I was young then.
Mama.
I was young. I was mad. I was so mad that she had got rid of our dog. And this was years after the fact that she hadn't got rid of our dog. But I held on to that anger.
Listen to what your mama wrote.
And I don't know what she wrote. She on whatever she say. Just keep in mind that she on dope right now.
Oh Lord.
Oh yes. My mama had a dog that she loved named Sissy, and this was a miniature poodle that she had named Sissy, and she would always say Sissy is y'all sister. She would tell me and my brother Sissy is y'all sister, and she really treated the dog like she was our sister. I used to kick that dog and everything, but that dog was a good dog, you know. Eventually, because what happened every time I left my mama's house and I'm going to the car, Sissy would chase after me like she finna bite me or something. So now I'm kind of.
She knew you were mean.
Right, but after a while, me and Sissy got cool. Our relationship repaired, and we were good, you know. And you know, so she lived until she got old, and you know, and moved on. But yeah, Sissy was a good dog. I mean, my mama tell Sissy to go to bed, and Sissy go to her room and get on her little thing, and she go to bed. You know, this dog understood perfect English.
They do. They are really smart. That's what scares me. But I need you to stop sniffing my butt crack, please, and move over there. I hate going to people's house and their dogs. Get off me. I don't like being licked. Yeah. I don't want you licking me. If you're not
a man. You ever had a dog hump on you? Just start humping on your leg?
Once.
Like,
and I did not
get kicked. I'm sorry, you're going to get kicked. Right. I'm getting blank, so I need a new blank. And this particular, what you say, was inspired by my mama. My mama inspired me to make this one right here. I'm getting blank, so I need a new blank.
I'm getting sick, so I need new medicine. I took out the
I'm getting bored, so I need a new broad.
Ha! Or I'm getting high, so I need a new thought because the other one went the fuck away. I don't know.
Right.
Cursing, sorry. Yes. I'm getting lottery, so I need a new rich. Ryan must be behind.
I think that would probably go back to I wish I could play the lottery so I could be rich. I think that's what that was.
I want to be rich.
A lot of people had that on their mind.
Yes, because we really tired of going to 9 to 5 or hustling this thing.
Loose neck. I'm getting old, so I need a new knee.
He need 2 knees.
He need a new knees. When you get old and you need a new knees, you need some more stuff. You need some stuff because you can't get a new knees. You need some stuff to help with the mind.
Well,
to understand that you can get
but you
a new
made it
knee.
hard. I'm getting old, so I need a new. He need both of them. We had to take like I took out my he took out his because he need both of them things.
Right. Oh, okay, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
What up, alarm?
Your
Adrian
mama said
Williams.
y'all wouldn't take care of Ira.
We were young. We would like to play with our friends, and a lot of our friends were scared of Ira because she was a child, but she was a mixed child, but she still was a little snappy, and they didn't understand that she was playing with them, so they were scared of her. So if we wanted to play with our friends, we had to tie Ira up. So we had to kind of pick: are we gonna play with Ira today, or we gonna play with our friends? And a lot of times we wanted to play
Ira
with
lost
our
out.
friends, right?
Ira, we sorry.
Right. So I got older, I understood, but when I was young, it broke my heart. Adrian, I'm getting sleepy, so I need a new nap.
Romero said he getting swole, so he need a new wardrobe. You getting swole like rocked up or
Right,
swole
that boy
like
ain't getting
push
swole.
up at the table, push
That boy ain't
away.
getting swole. I be trying to work with him, but we gonna get you there, cuz. We gonna get you there. Don't worry about it.
By the time to know it, I'll see me in person. I'm gonna be rocked up. Not rocked up. I'm gonna have like guns. Boop, boop, bam,
Yeah, I'm
bam.
about to have these guns.
Even I had to draw these things on my arm.
I've been working out. I've been working out.
He getting bald. I need some new hair.
Blank if you want to blank tomorrow.
Holla if you want to roll tomorrow.
Yeah. I was gonna say shout if you want to love tomorrow. Just love. Period. Just love any life, the planet, yourself, your family, your friends. If you just want to love, shout for love.
Shout for love. Jeff, I'm gonna find something to sing in a minute. Jeff Foxworth said, Arlie, sing something. I don't know. I sound nasally, so it's not gonna be. Who is a nasally singer?
Romero here. This is a good one. Strip if you want to call tomorrow.
Hold on. I'm just kidding. I have a car and I'm fine. But I'll get ready for my OnlyFans. It's coming. I don't have a song.
Shut up if you want to live tomorrow.
Somebody yell if you want to wake up tomorrow. Oh, now Loose Neck, you be going singing it. He switch it quick. Now he got me shooting. I had to shoot. Who was I shooting in that movie? They had to teach me how to hold a gun because I didn't have a gun at the time in that movie.
Well, apparently Loose Neck got the whole
movie.
Got a whole gallery.
He has an Arle gallery.
Right, an Arle gallery. He can pull from at any time. But I thought you had to wait 30 days to change your profile pic. I think Loose Neck then hacked into the algorithm.
He done broke the system.
Right.
Irritated.
Call if you want to hit tomorrow. Call if you want to smash tomorrow.
Okay,
still, dog. I think that's right at you, Arle.
Someone to talk to. Call me. Satisfaction game. They say call is like this. We used to do it like this. Now you do like this because it's the phone. So when you say I'm calling you, this still don't look right. I like this better.
Right.
So we got some Star Chat that had some questions. So I'm gonna try to go back through those and see what questions might.
They call it the Arle Gallery.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, the Arle Gallery instead of the Art Gallery.
So we want to shout out first to Why Not 2403 for your gift to us today. Good show, Arle and I.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you, folks. Appreciate all the know-it-alls for being in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and share. Tell somebody. What's going on. We got interesting topics that can be good icebreakers for any family gathering or just a gathering with friends.
I don't have the answer to this question, but I'm putting it out there. I'm going to have to do some research to figure it out. But Emmett Bean, with little beans, that's so cute, would like to know, why do you think the Black Boule doesn't put an emphasis on reparations? Is the Black Boule, is that like an organization like the Boule? Or are you talking about the Black Bourgeois? So I don't know. Emmett Bean.
I don't think.
I don't know why don't nobody put on emphasis on that.
Right. I don't even know who the Black Boule are. It makes me want to look it up.
Research. Yup.
But let's see. Sigma. The Black Boule refers to Sigma Pi Phi fraternity, the oldest African American Greek letter organization, often called the Boule. It's a professional fraternity for mid-career or older African American professionals, with chapters in the U.S., UK, and the Bahamas.
So that's
I
probably
just
why
don't.
they don't put an emphasis on it, because they already have. If it's professionals, they probably already have. So they're not thinking about getting more, maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. And thank you for that information so that we can go do research on these people. Who are these people? Who are they? We need to know. I'm working on all my accents, just so y'all know. My Caribbean sucks. From real Caribbeans, they tell me it sucks. But my New Orleans, baby, that thing right here. I can make you think I'm from there if I talk long enough, you know. My Hispanic one is working too. I need a minute.
Yeah, I don't think any particular organization
Emphasizes it, talks about it.
emphasizes it, or I don't know if it would help. I think it would take a lot of different organizations or a lot of people who just pushing a certain agenda that they want to push. And I don't think enough of us are really pushing that agenda, because I think that when it comes to reparations, we're not all in agreement on what reparations should look like.
Nope,
Some people would say they want money, they should get $1 million, $2 million, or something like that. Then you got somebody like myself who don't think money should be a part of reparations. I believe reparations should be given in land, 40 acres and not a mule now, a vehicle. Yeah, a vehicle of your choice.
No, I think the land. Well, if you're not gonna work the land, I guess you don't need a tractor.
Right. I mean, yeah, you can get an
The
SUV.
mule was to work the land. That was the reason for the 40 acres.
Right. Okay, give me a tractor then. I'll take it. That'd be very useful. But
you can work your land, I hope.
Right, because I believe that real economic wealth is in land. But you gotta know what to do. You gotta know what to do with the land, whether you know how to work the land, or at least how to lease it off, rent it, sell it, and get your money that way. But to just get money that you will eventually do what we always do with our money, is give it back to them. Yep. And then they're gonna have the power all back over again. So
right.
But I think that's one of the reasons why we don't push the reparations topic, because we don't have a united plan on what reparations would look like for us.
And so many people don't even, they don't understand that's even a possible. They don't know. A lot of us not a lot of us, but a lot of our people did get land. They just came and snatched it back from us, stole it, moved us off, killed us.
Well, that's what we got to always remember. That's why in a roundabout way of it, that's my thing. We always at war with these folks.
Always. I had my aunt sent us, my mama's baby sister sent us some documents that she found that showed my great-grandfather, my maternal great-grandfather, and my paternal great-grandfather, and how much land they owed, and like the document for them buying it. It was like this, whatever, because my maternal great-grandfather had about 300 acres. It's dwindled down to whatever. My paternal grandfather, because so many of them wanted to leave the country, like the little country area of Mississippi. So we don't want to stay down here. So they gave up their rights to land. We only own 20 acres of what was, I think, about 120 acres on my paternal. And my maternal, I don't know how much they still have, but my aunt found the documents of where they originally started buying the land and having it, their farms and stuff on it. So they were of significant wealth. Yep.
Yo, Fox, shout out to you. Laker gang sucks. I'm watching Stewart Media right now. That's a very wise choice.
Thank y'all. Welcome to us. So Till Dog 12. Did y'all know James Evans and JJ were only 8 years apart in age? I did not know that, but I do remember somebody talking about, that. Let me just say this. In the acting space, they just sent me an audition for somebody that was 65. Y'all know.
How? Well, I mean, they put enough makeup on you, they can do it.
Absolutely. And I was going to do that because there's a girl that plays on several people that play on, like Estelle Getty on Friends. I mean, not Friends, on Thank You for Being a Friend. Golden Girls. She was the youngest of the four of them. And she played the oldest of them. So
right.
It's all acting. I'll play. Y'all gonna give me a check. I'm gonna be
right. They'll put the little lines in you, the cottage cheese in your face and everything.
Yep. Okay. I have a question. How long do you before you start to fart around your significant other? Let me tell you. God, I moved it and lost it. Okay, so Julius, really struggle with that because in my mind, I want them to believe I'm just not gonna spontaneously combust in the moment, just over here pooting. But y'all know, as you get older, like my godmama, she can't control. She's like, "Oh, excuse me." Oops. I feel like that's gonna happen to me, so I'm gonna have to start farting around him early because I got them silent but deadly.
Oh no, that deadly is the problem. Like
Because and it means that I've eaten something that I shouldn't have. That's not
right.
always, but every once in a while, I be sitting on here thinking, like, what if I had to pass gas and then y'all would hear it one day? That would freak me out so bad. Y'all might not see me back on the no show, the 2 Live Stools, or nothing else ever. But
I
yeah,
think the
don't
sound.
know.
I think the sound is hilarious at times. I don't think the sound is the problem. I think the smell is the problem.
I passed gas on stage before, and I know they like who. I be like, oh, them people like this stink. Oh my god, they're terrible. Let's go back over there. But around a dude that I'm trying to date, it's gonna be a long time. I'd be
No,
scary.
actually, since I've been young, I kind of trained my body to. I pass gas around people all the time. You can't hear it, and it rarely smells. Like if it smells, I'll know it before I leave home. And if it smells, I know that I should go to the bathroom before I leave
Right,
because
but
there's
I have
something brewing
slow
inside.
cilia. Right, I have
Right,
slow moving, so it
but
takes.
yeah, I have just air that just comes through. It has no smell, it has no sound, and I can let it off at any time. So
Well, how long do you wait before you move? Like before you go to the restroom in front of somebody you like going out on a date with, or y'all dating?
my thing is, I'm sort of like a realist. Like I understand that I want her to go to the restroom. Because my problem with a woman is if she's not going to the restroom. If she's not pooping twice a day, then something is wrong with her insides. And
Oh,
I
it's
don't.
my insides, and
Yeah. It's
I like
unhealthy.
twice a
It's
week.
not right. It's unhealthy. I had a homegirl who told me she had not used a pooped in like a couple of days. I said, "Well, something wrong with you." You know what I'm
Some
saying?
people have
Like,
slow intestinal motion. Their modal thingies are slow.
well,
So that's
you
what they
got
are right now.
vegetables. You got to get some more fiber in you or something.
That's what the doctor said, man. I be done fibered out, and I just nothing. But anyway,
Right. I mean, but if you don't eat, then that's a whole nother thing. You can't push out something that you ain't eating.
right.
So, you know,
Shout
I
out to
don't
all
know.
y'all in the chat. We're gonna read a few more chat and then we're gonna head out the account. Shout out to Loose Neck. Intro heist was an inside job. Loose Neck, we do know that. And it's
Yeah, I
2
believe
people
so.
on this platform that can't even work it. So it's narrowing down real quick.
Right. We're gonna find the culprit real soon.
We're gonna go see who did it. Please no. Julius 35C. Cougar coochie and untouched lesbian coochie, I'm told, are the best. You wasn't told. You tried it. You liked it. Whoop whoop. We know. Don't lie.
I done had a
You
couple
lie,
lesbians in my
Greg.
day. They swore they were lesbians, but for some reason they wanted to sleep. They heard about me from somewhere, or
What?
some reason they wanted to sleep.
How they
Yeah.
anacondas in this piece? They want to see.
Yeah. I had one girl who she was a lesbian. Now, remember I told you the story about my big girl.
Yes.
And my big girl let me have a
Smash her
threesome with her
friend.
homegirl. Well,
Okay.
my big girl also had a cousin who was a lesbian, and my big girl used to talk about me. And so her lesbian friend was like, "I heard about you. I usually only sleep with women, but I do want to sleep with you. I want to try it out."
Then
And
she ain't
so,
no lesbian.
right.
She might be
That's
bisexual
how.
because lesbians don't want nothing to go up in. Well, that's not true. They strap on, which
Right.
makes no sense.
Right. So
Get a
I've been
man.
fortunate to have a couple lesbians in my day, quote unquote lesbians, but
Right. Get a
they were
man with
just some.
boobs,
They were
lesbian.
just some
Get a man that
freaks.
got boobs. There's plenty of them out there to get you a man with boobs.
They were just some freaks, that's all. And I like a good
Right.
freak. Definitely when I was younger.
You still doing it. Don't like Notty is some ran through.
No, I'm the run through her.
No, but just because we're gonna flip the switch. Hell shit. Anyway, Loose Neck, Cougar Newtsy is undefeated too. I know from experience. I was taken down by a cougar's cat. Cougar Newtsy. Look at there. Look at there.
I had some cougar noosey before.
I have not had
Well,
any Newtsy.
I used to like older women, but I had only one real cougar. I mean, she was more than 20 years older than me. And it was weird because she wanted me to meet her son one time. I was like, I'm not meeting your son. We the same age.
Right.
That's
We're gonna be
I'm
sitting
like,
here
I'm
playing
not
video
doing
games.
that. That's weird.
It is weird. Maybe she wanted to see if he was gonna like. I don't. Romero, thank you. I will take that if that's what it costs. I'm about to go look on that tonight and see what the plans are. I'm gonna have y'all some answers one day soon for my OnlyFans.
Shout out to Romero on that, man. Appreciate that.
Romero said, "Can we talk about the father taking the son to prom? He want to hear our
No, that was some of the worst stuff I ever seen in my life,
and I hadn't seen it, so I can't comment on it. But
I guess nope. For our audience,
gonna find it.
I'll detail it as best I can. Okay. So the son is a transvestite, big dude too, transvestite. Got the makeup on, got the wig on.
Is that what they calling him now? What is that the word?
That's what he is.
I know, but I thought they changed the words. We can't use that word. We can't say midget no more.
I got banned off of Twitter one time because I called him
something
morph. I mean what something. I call them mutants. That's what I call them. Them folk banned me off Twitter for like 5 years. It went to Elon Musk got on Twitter. Elon Musk reinstated my Twitter account.
Of course he did.
Right. But before then, I was banned because I called some transvestite some mutants. But this mutant was this transgender was in a dress, makeup, eyelashes, wig, and didn't know if he was gonna have a prom date and was sitting there lonely, and then the limo pulled up and out comes his daddy in the full tux, like I'm taking my son to the prom. And then he just started crying, and they were like, "Don't cry on your makeup, you're gonna ruin your makeup." And I was like, "What kind of crap is this?"
Yeah,
I didn't even watch the whole video. I was like, I can't do this. This is just too much for me. I'm sorry.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it was awful.
I want children to feel loved. I think that American media is pushing so much of our young people to this life of confusion. I'm gonna wear a full beard, but I'm gonna have long hair and full face. Like I don't understand. They're doing it fast too. It's fast. It's on every show. It's on even on those like teen shows or like the children's shows. The person who gets the whatever is the person who is the gay person or the transgender person. And you're like, why they the hero? Can just an everyday person, but then you feel bad because, I always say if my child decided he wanted to be a girl, I would be devastated, but I'm gonna love him.
I can't do it. I told my son when he was young, if he went that way, he wasn't my son no more.
And that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, we ain't talking no more. Our belief system ain't the same, and you get riddance. It's just not something that that's embarrassing. I didn't raise a girl. I raised a boy.
I don't even know what to say because that's your child and it came out of your loins.
It don't.
At
that point,
maybe something was wrong with your loins. Maybe something was wrong with your swimmers that got them confused. Maybe
no.
Because the man dictates what sex the child is gonna be. Because
it don't dictate whether or not he's gonna be. He's gonna want to be a girl and wear a dress or not.
You sent a defective Y.
No. Well, I don't send no defective Ys. All my Ys, trust me.
You sent a defective. I mean, I've had conversations with friends young. They were young when we had this conversation, and they swimmers weren't swimming properly. Too tight underwear. Something was happening.
Yeah, I ain't got that problem.
You could have been doing that.
Yeah, I don't got that problem. I get girls that pregnant by skin on the back.
Oh God, Notty. Romero head. Cheerleading is a real sport. I found out after dating one. Their body shows it too. Honey, yes, we be fine. We got good hamstrings. What?
Yeah.
Loose neck. Bear had Arle and Terry Vaughn Bear had Arle and Terry Vaughn had me feeling some type of way. Yes, in the movie, he dated her, he dated me, and he wouldn't date neither one of us now, honey.
Okay, he was a Neo.
What's that mean?
Neo got about 4 girlfriends right now.
Right, and then at the same time, it was in high school. We
all
okay. Together, and we were having it's a good movie. Now I think you like it. It's
what? Probable Cause?
Probable Cause.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out as soon as I find it.
It had a little twist to it. I hope people think it had a little twist.
No, I watch all Arle movies. I watch all your movies. I just got to get to them.
Yeah. Mocha Bella says prayers up on your recovery, Miss Stacy. We hope you in the chat.
Yeah, when I get back over, as soon as I leave the show, I'm head back over there. She might be gone all that dope.
No, she
By the
gonna
time
still
I
be
get done.
up and happy because she every 4. You need Miss Stacy. If I can tell you anything, my mom's a doctor. She said if it says every 4 hours, at the 3 hour and 45 minute mark, you need to take another one because you don't never want it to come back, so you can kind of ease out of it. Notty, this was what I was trying to show you. Till Dog said, "What up, good people? I'm driving." That's not what I say. What's good, y'all? I'm driving, so I can't commit right now. But Notty, I got the package. Appreciate it, bro. So
Yeah, I'm glad you got it, man. Enjoy. It came to you late, but it came to you.
And then many people talked about Miss Hazel singing, the singer we mentioned, that she stood on business and they were really proud of her. And Loose Neck said that Chris Long is Howie Long's son, and he also understood why Kaepernick did it.
Right. Chris Long is Howie Long's son, and he was the first one and the most outspoken of the white people when it came to Kaepernick. That's probably why he had because he ain't play in the league too much longer after that. So
you know how to do
right.
Romero, it's only 2% of black athletes that marry outside their race in the black community. They just show all of them. That is probably
right. They pushing that agenda.
Yep.
They pushing that agenda.
They don't like y'all.
Arle, did you see Jane Daniels' mama? Jane Daniels, the quarterback for the Washington.
And now Juju hurt.
Right. I did. You don't think Jane Daniels' mama put the roots on Juju? I was like, they were sitting there chilling. They were talking to two great athletes that chopping up how to be great. And the mama came over there and seen that. She made Juju move. You ain't sitting next to my son. Ain't
but what's
none
so
of that
sad,
going.
that would have been we were talking about that Thursday in the chat. I mean, Monday. That would have been a really good connection. Like, you want him to go get, maybe she want her to go get some little blonde Barbie doll. So
I don't think she want him to mess with nobody. Now I'm starting to question, is Jane Daniels even getting in it? Is he just playing quarterback, being a star, making bread, and not getting nothing? Yes. Or is she getting him some sent to the room every now and then? She pay a fee. You can either pay $5,000 for the white girl, or you can pay $1,000 for the black girl.
Oh, that hurt my feelings so bad. God, that hurt my feelings.
And let that man release. I don't understand.
He playing with himself.
I don't understand. That's crazy. Let me get to this music so we can get ready to ride up out of here. Yeah, we appreciate all y'all for coming through. Yeah, I don't know what Jane Daniels' mama doing, man. That just messed up.
Messing up, honey. Then put roots on that baby.
And he's sitting there, he looking, a lot of times I see him play and his style of play. I'm like, man, Jane Daniels look like a cool young dude, But he was sitting there when that happened, he looked straight like a square. I was like, man,
I'm not gonna.
This dude is a square.
How old is he?
He probably like 23.
He not about disrespecting mom in public like that, thank God. Because he could have been one of them, hey, who you hung out? And then everybody talking about how disrespectful. She didn't teach him anything. Right. So he there because his mama sacrificed a whole bunch of.
He did that work though. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's sacrificing. She did what she had to do to help him out. She was probably a great support system, no doubt. Shout out to your mama, but he had to put in that work. He had to love that sport. He had to throw them balls. He had to run through them tackles and take them hits. So I don't know. Maybe she got.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
you go ahead. Maybe she got.
I'm saying maybe she. I mean, I believe she got his best interest in mind. But damn, he human.
Right. She let him have. But I mean, you got to watch it. But that wouldn't be one I'd have to watch so much because she ain't trying to ruin her career either. And then they let them put the. She probably did a what's her name, Nancy Kerrigan, and had somebody hit her in the leg. Tear up her ACL.
See, but it's times like this when I wonder where her father at. Because see, her father tell you, son, this is what you got to do. You got to, when you feel that coming up, pull out and aim. Just don't eject inside. And then you're going to be okay.
If the nuts, it feel too good to be talking about I'm coming out here.
Sometimes. I know.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
All my children. I had all my children on purpose though. I don't have any accidental children because I know how to pull out when I need to or when I want to. So I don't know.
Jeff Fox Show Live asked me what was my favorite color in my favorite 90s R&B group. My favorite colors, I've typed in red and like golden tones, the honeys, the cognacs, those pretty golden tones, because I think they look good on my skin sometimes. And I don't know what my favorite R&B 90s group is. I had to think about it. Probably SWV. But I was so in love with Prince that I don't know anybody else's catalog like I know Prince's catalog. But I know the 90s music, like the oh jam,
Right.
Daddy, jam for me. You be feeling on that one.
Jodeci would be in the 90s.
Get so weak in the knees, I can hardly.
Right. SWV, Jodeci, TLC.
Get on up now.
At 112, Jagged Edge.
112. Let me say. I might pop in the parking lot, and I want to get you back to my spot. So I really want to sit up.
What's that group with Cisco was in it?
Oh, tell me what you want.
Yeah, they were good. They were good.
Tell me what you need. Tell me if it ain't good enough for you, baby. My favorite TLC song. So I creep. Yeah.
That's your favorite one?
Put it on the down low, because nobody is supposed to know. My boyfriend
had a creep bag back in the day.
Recorder. Huh?
A creep bag.
No, I did not.
You didn't have a creep bag?
I did not creep. I don't even know what you speak of.
Oh shoot, man.
I just
seen
like
so
the
many
song.
brothers came through with a creep bag.
What's a creep bag?
A creep bag, all the stuff you got in your bag when you go to creep, when you leaving at 12, 1 o'clock in the AM to go see a dude. You got your little bag, got your little toothbrush in there, got your toothpaste, got you some extra change of clothes if you need. You know, a creep bag, because you might have to go to school the next day.
I didn't have one of them.
You might have to leave straight from and go to class.
I always was booed up. I was always booed up. And
okay.
Dudes, I dated very possessive dudes. So they was, where you going? What you doing?
Okay.
That's probably why I'm so wild. Anyway.
Wasn't doing no creeping. All right. Well, this has been a no-show with Arle and Notty. We appreciate y'all for being here.
Yes.
Thank you. We hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure that you hit the like, the subscribe, and share with a friend. Atlanta is for dreamers. And, hopefully it's for those who want to turn those dreams into reality as well.
Yep. Yeah. And we're going to find the culprit who moved our intro. Believe that. Heads will roll. Nadi, your mic going in and out. Thank you, Mocha Bella. Good night, Deanna. Shedrick Mora, thank you. The Jeff Fox Show Live. We love y'all, ninjas. Jeff Fox, not the creep bag. It wouldn't happen. Shout out Julius 35C. Thank you, Loose Neck. Honorable mention, Sai. Who else is in here? Adrian Williams. KK Ash. Romero. Carrie. FM. Thank y'all. Till Dog 12. I said Romero already. We can't hear Nadi for whatever reason. His mic is doing something. So I'm just going to keep shouting y'all out till he closes us out, baby. You know what I'm saying? You heard me? He sound like he Arlie partner on air will make us real. Yeah. Bye, y'all.